Hi guys, we are live today. I don't know for sure. Oh yes, it's the same one. Okay, let's tell Instagram that we're live. How is everyone doing today? Can you all hear me? That's the main thing. Sometimes people can't hear me on this, on the live. Okay, we're all set up. Okay, so I really wanted to come live today because I want to come live every week. Try to at least. And this fly bugging me. Hi Courtney, how are you? I was just saying that I really want to try and go live more often because I never get to chat to you guys. Like, I know this isn't like physically seeing you guys, but I get to chat with you in the comments live, and it's not often that I can do that. It's always like later on I can get back to a message, or sometimes I don't even get back to the message. So this way you guys can ask questions, I can answer questions. But how are you guys going? Comment in the little chat section where you're from, who you are. Hopefully we have a few people join. It is so cold here. Such a wimp with the cold. So I might start off this live by talking about our therapy dog. Like, I don't think I've done a live since we announced that we officially secured a therapy dog. And I'm really excited because it's all going pretty fast now. We've known for a little while, but I haven't told you guys till probably like a couple of weeks ago. So we're really excited about that journey that we're going to be going on, and I'm really excited to see how Jacob bonds with this dog and how it will benefit him. If you guys had any questions about the therapy dog, I actually just filmed a Q&A because you guys had some extra questions about the therapy dog, and I was able to answer a few of those. But if you had any other questions, sorry, that's obnoxiously loud. I just need to stir it. What I might do, what I usually do, if there isn't too many people joining live on YouTube, I might go live on Instagram at the same time, just so we can get conversation flowing. Native reservation in California. Hi Sarah. That's awesome. What time is it there? Is it nice and warm? It's probably nice and warm. I feel like I complain about the cold too much. I am not a cold person. I don't like cold. I was just talking about our therapy dog Rocky. That's his name. We've officially picked his name, Rocky. He is a Labradoodle, and I think it kind of mixes the benefits of the two dogs breeds. So Labrador, and then we've got a poodle. I think the main benefit of the Labrador is that they are so easygoing and they are good at being told what to do, basically. And then a poodle is good because they don't shed hair as much, and they're also highly intelligent. So okay, it's 6 p.m. and yes, it's warm. Oh, I wish we were in summer. Where is everyone else from? I think I'm gonna go live on Instagram at the same time. So what I do is I get my phone and I go live at the same time. Hopefully I can set it up so that looking at the same place. Let me know if you guys have any questions or you want me to answer, but we're officially now live on Instagram as well as YouTube. So if I'm looking this way or that way, that's why. Yeah. What are your thoughts on therapy dogs? Because I know it's a common topic that people talk about in the autism world, but you don't often get to see like how it plays out and on the journey. And that's why I thought it was so exciting that we could provide that journey. We could record all of the steps that we take to that journey. We do have to sort of be a little bit private with this. Fly is so annoying. We do have to provide a little bit of privacy for like the place that we're doing it through and stuff, because I just don't like information getting out and stuff like that. But yeah, so therapy dogs most of the time aren't for like houses, if that makes any sense. Our school has just gotten one, which is cool. Yeah, so usually therapy dogs go into schools, they go into hospitals, they go into clinics. I've seen some in speech therapy clinics. I think it's incredible how like dogs are able to bring this level of regulation to people, and especially in some high stress situations like the dentist or at a hospital appointment. I just think it's so cool that they can provide that. And I hope that that is what's going to happen in our home. Like, I just feel like things have not been as happy as we would like them to be. And I think it's going to bring a level of happiness into our home. Rocky is anyway. My cousins have a Labradoodle, if that's spelled correctly. It is. And he is very sweet, very smart. I think it's amazing that you're getting a therapy dog for Jacob. Yeah, so a little update for you guys. You guys are the first to hear this. Probably the only ones to hear this for a little bit until I film another video. A little update is that we're considering going back towards the assistance dog route. Sorry, I missed a few messages here. Oh, hi, Natasha. We trained Bella over the last 18 months into a therapy dog. It's been great for us. Oh my gosh, I've closed these doors and these flies are trapped in here. I hate the buzzing of flies. It just does. Nope. Okay. I don't know what to do. Open the door. Shoe flies. Hopefully that means they'll get out. Sorry, where was I? Oh yeah, you've trained Bella to be a therapy dog. That's awesome. I know our dog really helps with emotional regulation in meltdowns. So from my perspective, a therapy dog is more of the emotional side of the benefits emotionally, regulation, sensory regulation, and all of that. And an assistance dog is more of day-to-day functioning. And so we're still in the umming and ahhing stage whether we want to train this dog as an assistance dog, which is a lot more work than being just a therapy dog. But we will let you guys know. We'll keep you updated on what we want to do there. I'm really excited to... It's actually the day that the dog is going to join us is coming very soon, sooner than we thought. And it feels like it's all going so quickly just because we haven't revealed it to you guys since we waited a long time until everything was all in place before we told you guys all about it. So yeah, it's just gone really fast. And Someone said, I'd go assistance if you're able to, purely as your child gets older, leaving the home would be hugely beneficial. Yes. So going to different places, going to the shops, going to hospital appointments, doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, they're all things that Jacob does struggle with. And they're like kind of like high stress situations. So we really, really, really think that if this therapy dog, Rocky, is going to be beneficial for Jacob, then having him go into those type of situations with Jacob could really, really help him and could really, really benefit him to access more things and go to more places. And he loves like holding leashes to dogs, so like holding the dog when it goes for a walk. So I think that that's going to be a really good thing for Jacob, to ground him when they're out in public, especially because Jacob can get quite dysregulated really quickly and quite hyper really quickly from that dysregulation, and he can run or he can do stuff that he's quite strong at the moment as well. So we can't like block him from running where he wants to run. Like it's been quite hard in that aspect. So we are definitely thinking that this dog will kind of ground Jacob when we're walking out in public, and it might entice him to go to more places and stay longer at more places. It's just going to be really cool. Did you guys have any other questions? I've had this mug since I was a little kid. My mum kept it. The Winnie the Pooh. I usually use a different mug, but I haven't done the dishes, so. For anyone that's joining, I think that I might do this every single week. Because I'm not doing my live guests this term, I've kind of taken a break from having guests on my Instagram. Not that it was bad or anything, it was just kind of took up a lot of my time, and navigating all of that was like hard, and finding guests and all of that. It was enjoyable for the aspect that I learned a lot, and you guys got a lot of benefit from that. However, it wasn't kind of if I were to look at my whole, like my life, I wasn't prioritizing the right things. So that was being prioritized over other things that might have benefited my family, benefited me, like self-care, and also like feed my family, honestly, if that makes any sense to anyone. Like what I do on here, I love, is my passion, is like dream job kind of thing. But I do it, I do spend a lot of time on it. And so in that time, I'd hope that I can feed my family through it. So it's really nice that I get to do this as a job. And yeah, that all to say. We're not doing the live guests this term, but I'm thinking I might bring it back next term if I get my priorities in order. Hey everyone that's joining. I should think of like some kind of fun game that we can play while live that kind of fills the void of silence when no one's... Anyone know any fun games? Maybe we should do trivia or something. That would be fun. How is the gym going? Is it still helping with stress? Yes, that's the number one reason why I go to the gym. And a lot of people have their thing, you know, they have their beer at the end of the day, or they have their chocolate at the end of the day, which I do as well. No. My thing has been have you guys tried that Biscoff spread? Oh my gosh. It has a hold on me that I cannot break out of. What is your like go-to snack? Anyway, the gym. I didn't like the gym for a really, really long time. It was actually torturous for me to go. I felt like I was just exerting more energy that I didn't have. And, you know, as a sleep deprived mum who's always busy, who's always on the go with pretty much Jacob is always on the go, you know, I felt like it wasn't worth it for me. Like it wasn't going to benefit me until I stuck with it for, right now I've been going to the gym for 5 months, but I stuck with it for about a month. And after that hard month and pushing myself beyond, like, I used to just go to the gym to do cardio and that was exhausting. But now I go to the gym and I lift weights and it's a lot less draining, if that makes any sense to anyone. But it also, like, it's also fun. So it brings that element of fun into it. Like you want to do heavier. You want to, like, it makes it more interesting. And so, yeah, after that hard month, you know, when you start the gym, it's always painful. Your body is in pain, you know, it's all of that. And it's not fun. But I stuck with it because I've heard all these people talk about, you know, after a while it gets fun, it gets better, you know, your body gets adapted to this new thing. And I honestly had to put things at the bottom of my priority list so that I could factor in a gym session most days of the week. And I know this sounds crazy. This sounds crazy for most people because they're like, how do you find the time? How do you leave the home and do that? And honestly, it means like that we do have less family time, and we do have, you know, my kids do have a little bit of separation anxiety, and I've had some really bad downs in the up and down of life, and in those down periods I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I'm making myself suffer for the purpose of my family. Yes, that is a thing that parents often do, but there is something that I can take just a little bit of time from the family just to do for myself and make the rest of the time I'm with my family like so much better quality. Anyway, so after that month of going to the gym consistently, I started really enjoying it, and I started really seeing my mental health get better. It was almost like this giant stress relief, and they always talk about the endorphins that you feel after a workout being so incredible for your mental health. And I know it sounds, when you're in that period where you're not going to the gym or anything, and someone's like, oh yeah, like going on a workout, it's like the endorphins are crazy, and you just feel like don't speak to me, like I don't feel like going to the gym. But honestly, those endorphins that get released from my body after a gym session have changed my life. And fly is going. It honestly has changed my life in so many more ways than just my mental health. But I've been going for 5 months now, and my mental health is okay. I won't say it's great, but it's been a lot better than it has been. And yeah, I just get this release when I go to the gym, and it's been incredible. But everyone has their own thing. Everyone has their own way of regulating space, self-care, whatever you like to call it. What do you guys like to do? Oh, someone said I like the Biscoff cookies with the chocolate on the bottom. I've never tried them. I need to try them. I'm not a huge biscuit person though. I love just grabbing a spoon of Biscoff and having that as my treat. It's pretty bad. I have it every night. And the other thing, I said, I agree 100% about exercise helping mental health. I definitely don't do it enough, but I always feel so much better just even after a walk. Yes. Before the workout, I'm like, oh, I don't want to go. It's just a hassle. You got to get into your gym clothes. You got to get out of the house. That whole transition of getting out of the house is hard for me because home is a safe space. Home is comfortable and where my people are and all of that. And social anxiety, don't even talk about that. Oh my gosh, at the gym. But after I've gone to the gym, gotten over that hump of transition, and I've done my workout, I feel so much better. Also, pre-workout is a great thing that helps you feel better. I mean, I shouldn't promote that because it's not the best, but it helps me get the energy to go and to sustain my energy levels at the gym. And yeah, it's a lot of fun, and I'm still nowhere near like I still go to the gym. Like, what am I doing? I don't know how to do this. I walk up to a machine and I'm like, I have no clue. So it's been good for me, good learning opportunity, good little fun thing to do. Aside from sleep, what has been the most challenging thing you've needed to navigate through being a parent to a child with additional needs? Interesting. Aside from sleep, because sleep isn't really the worst. Okay. That's a hard one because there's so many different elements to my life that could be different to the next person's life. Let me reread that question. What has been the most challenging thing? Oh, there's so many things. I don't want to say there's so many things that are challenging about it, but there's just so many things that are challenging about life in general that intertwined with having a child with a disability, it makes things harder. I think I've really struggled with the not being able to go anywhere. If we're talking about me personally, I think for Jacob, he loves being home and he doesn't struggle at all with the not going places. But sometimes he does. Like, he wants to go for a drive, or he wants to go to McDonald's. That's his thing. But for me, it's most challenging the fact that I cannot, like, for example, if Jacob's choosing not to wear any clothes that day, we can't go and do things like other families can do. We can't go to that festival. We can't go to that party. We can't go to that park. We can't, we can go to parks occasionally, but we don't last there long because Jacob doesn't last there long. I think that I've really struggled with that level of non-traditional way that we're living life, if that makes any sense to anyone. I hope this is making sense. And the running away, that's a hard thing too. Both of my kids do that. They abscond, they elope, whatever you like to call it, but they run. And it's really stressful when you're out in public or even just in the front yard. Jacob's been trying to run, which is super hard. I'm definitely going to make more of an effort to go to the gym. Definitely do it, Terry. I honestly, as much as I have to get out of my head to be able to go to the gym. And that's super hard, super hard, because when things are going, shit is hitting the fan at home, I have to literally pull myself out of that situation and go, my husband has it. He's got the situation. Things aren't going to go smoothly with me leaving, but it is important for me to leave. And honestly, I sometimes, if I'm not really feeling that energetic, I'll go to the gym and I'll put my phone on the treadmill and watch an episode of something while I walk. And honestly, it's been so good. Like, I just feel like it's just me time, and it's been so good. I would ask you guys the same thing. What has been the most challenging aspect of having a child with disability? I think also a really challenging aspect of it is other people's perceptions and other people not understanding. I've really struggled with that, and I have had to come to this realization that, like, people won't ever understand. No one is going to understand as much as you who is living it. So, there's been people in our lives that we've numerous times over continuously explained over and over again why Jacob does this or why we need this a certain way. And they just don't get it. They don't understand it, and they think that, their opinion is right, and it's literally your life, your child. That judgment and then the criticism and the advice giving and the solution giving, it sometimes is the most challenging part, because we are pretty much problem solvers, if that makes any sense to anyone. Probably does. But it's just challenging having people, outsiders, well, not even outsiders. Sometimes it's not even outsiders. Sometimes it's family. Sometimes it's friends. Sometimes it's, people that you interact with every day. And it gets very challenging. And I would say that's one of the most challenging things is people not understanding, people not getting it, people not respecting boundaries, respecting accessibility, inclusion, all of that stuff. So I could vent about that all day, but there has been a few comments. Does Jacob get something in his head and not give it up? My son will fix on something and there is nothing I can do until I get right in that thing. Yes, Jacob does this, and it's incredibly hard. We've had numerous people over so much time tell us, like, just don't give it to him. Just don't do that. For example, driving past McDonald's is always going to be a trigger for Jacob. And they're everywhere. They're literally, those double arches are every single place you go. Now, sometimes Jacob will be fine. He'll go up, and he'll point towards wherever the McDonald's is. And I'll say, no, we're not going to do that today. And he'll be okay. But there is those times that you speak of, Amber, that he'll literally won't stop. He won't stop until you get that thing for him. So we could drive home and he'll be trying to get out of his seatbelt. He'll be trying to get out of the car. He'll be reaching over, trying to get to me. Once we get home, he'll be sitting in the car, screaming, crying, turning into a meltdown, and it will not stop until I get him that thing. No amount of distraction, no amount of discipline, not that I do that, but anyway, no amount of that is ever going to stop his mind unless we get that thing for him. And a lot of people, as I mentioned before, a lot of people don't understand that level of fixation that they have. And yeah, that if that answers your question. I'll go on to what everyone else says, that the challenging things. So does Jacob, I get what if anyone's watching, and I'm on YouTube and Instagram at the same time. So that's why I'm looking this way and that way. I get what you're saying about there being so many things. I have a 3-year-old child with autism, and everything about our day is a little different. Everything is thought out and prepared. you hit the nail on the head there. People don't understand the amount of meticulous planning and almost anxiety of feeling and, everything that goes into a lot of things that we do. So for example, if we were going to a party or something like that, there's a lot of planning that goes into it beforehand. Do we need to bring any regulation tools? Is Jacob going to get dressed? Are we going to bring the pram? Do we need to bring snacks because we know that he will go towards other people's foods? Do we take 2 cars because sometimes Jazz wants to stay and sometimes Jacob wants to go, so we will have to split up. Do we both have our phones fully charged? Things like that. Yes, a lot of parents have to do that, but there's a lot of extra things that go into it. And do we need to bring communication methods, all of that stuff? People understanding, saying there is nothing wrong and making you feel silly or overly analyzing. Yeah, Emma, you are literally hitting it on the I can't say that saying. You're on point there, because people will make you feel silly and they will make you think you're overthinking things and you're overdoing it, basically. So just, try and stay in your own lane and try and ignore it. I know sometimes it comes from very influential people in your life, but you do need to stay in your own lane and do what's best for your family and not for the next person. Yeah. All right, we're moving on to this person's question, which is, what's been a positive thing that's happened this week? And the most positive thing that's happened this week is that well, on Sunday, I actually vlogged this day, so you guys will see a video coming soon. But on Sunday, hold up, we got a backstory a bit. On Friday, Jazz had a school disco, and we brought Jacob along fully prepared to leave with him, because a lot of the time he doesn't like places where there's lots of people and lots of noise and lots of things going on. But Jacob walked into that room full of kids, full of music, full of noise, full of smells, full of everything. He walked into that room, he sat down on the chair next to Jordan and myself. Jazzy was at the disco dancing, and he sat there listening to the music, watching the lights go off, because they had the lights projecting, which I think really helped. And he was bouncing his leg, and he was just, I've never seen him so still. We were so in shock. I didn't want to move myself because I was I don't want him to move. I just want to see him enjoying this. And he did enjoy it. And at the end, he ended up getting up and starting to dance not with everyone, but he was sort of separate to everyone, but he was bouncing up and down and he was just enjoying the music. So a good thing that was a good thing that happened. But the best thing that we did was, after that, we were we need to go get a speaker. We need to set up a disco in our house. That would be really fun. And then, so we got a little speaker, and we already have this light projector thing that shoots off disco lights. And we had the best morning on Sunday, just dancing as a family, listening to music. Jacob was happy, Jazz was happy, we were all happy. Obviously the whole day doesn't go to plan, but that morning was just a really big highlight. So let me know in the little chat section what your highlight of the week was, because I love that question. Coming back from the challenging conversation that we just had, going into the more positive things is so cool. But let me know what is one positive thing that's happened in your week. Someone said, my son will not let go of his rag, which is an old shirt of mine. He wants to constantly hold on to it. Do you think there's a certain age where those items should be taken away? My personal opinion is that No, it's not necessary. If it's making them happy and it's not hurting anyone, why would you take that away? But in the whole social aspect of society, you know, you know, I'm trying to think of it from a different perspective, and I don't want to, because I just think, like, Jacob used to have these honey bears that he would constantly hold on to, and he would not leave honey bears anywhere. He would hold on to them so much, and he's dummy as well at the same time. I just had a mind blank. Yeah, so he had those honey bears and we never took them off him unless it impacted his functioning or his eating or his toileting, all of that. We would hold on to it while he would do anything like that, or honey bear would sit next to him while he had his food. But I don't see the point in taking something away from them that makes them happy, if there's no need to, if that makes any sense. I don't know, what do you guys think? I'm sure everyone here who's watching has, their child has held on to something for some length of time. Jacob used to have a container that he used to fill with so many different little trinkets and little things and toys, and he used to carry that container. It was huge. It was like this big. He used to carry it around wherever he went. Yeah. It was challenging for me only because the stuff would spill everywhere, and next question. I have my teddy bear I sleep with every night. Yeah. Have you tried the My Way technique? Basically, you honor all requests for 2 weeks and then slowly pull back so that not all requests are met to teach a not now. This fly. Go away. Next time technique without meltdowns. So the My Way technique, I believe, is an ABA technique, and so I'm pretty sure it's an ABA technique, is it? I've heard of it being talked about through ABA therapy. You'll have to let me know, Tanya. Yeah, we've never tried that. But I don't think we will, because it's not affirming. And I'll leave it at that. What do you guys think? Adults do the same thing with cell phones or books or backpacks. We all have comfort items that we carry around. 150%, Javada. I carry around my phone everywhere. I feel lost without my phone, which is really sad if I'm thinking about it. But you know what? It's a comfort item, and it provides me regulation when I need it. It provides me a safe space when I'm feeling socially anxious. Yeah, so 100%. You're right. Adults do it too, so why should we take things away from our kids that it just brings them joy? And unless it's obviously harming them, if it's like, a harmful toy, I don't know. But I don't see why you would need to take it away from them, unless there's the society's expectations getting to you. Just ignore what people say, honestly. I'm glad you'd had such a positive experience this week. We had a lovely hour at the soft play indoor playground with no meltdowns in the car. Yes. That's awesome. I wish I want to go back to one of those soft play places with Jacob, because he really likes the ball pits. They just always have an issue with him not wearing socks, so we've got to find the right place. Tanya replied, yeah, it is, but there are no reinforcers. There is a play-based model. So there's no reinforcers, but there's taking away. So I don't know if that is a very ABA technique, and I don't know I don't fully understand it. So I think, yeah, we've just never tried it. So anyone else tried the My Way technique? Same here. I'm on my phone so much every day, but I still get everything done that needs doing, and I'm enjoying life. My phone just keeps me calm and centered and in touch with my friends and family. 100%. I live very far from friends and family, so my phone is my link to them. My phone is also my links to my passion right here, what I do on here, and it also links to just enjoyment in general. So I don't think that's a wrong thing. I think I'm going to finish this live now. I've been going, I think, for 45 minutes, which is pretty good. But I do need to do other things. And one of those things is go to the gym. And I'm also taking Jacob to music therapy today. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to message me or comment them in the comment section of the YouTube video, and I will be very happy to answer those questions. But thank you guys for joining me today. It's always so nice to talk in real time to you guys, because I don't often get to do that. I don't often get to have a back and forth conversation with you guys. Green doors are amazing. This is the color that came. We have to paint them because they're not protected, so we have to paint them. We haven't decided on a color, obviously, because we haven't painted them, but we, yeah, I should show it to you guys. That's in our latest video. If you guys want to check out our latest YouTube video, it's all the updates we did to the house, pretty big updates, and there are a few updates down there as well. So, we have a few others around the house as well. So go check out my YouTube video. I would be so appreciative if you went over and gave me a little comment, like on the video. It really does help support our family, but it also, like, you guys get to see so much more. So definitely go over, check out that latest YouTube video. I put it up this morning, and you'll get to see all of the changes we made, and why we made them, and an update on how they went with Jacob and the doors and everything like that. So I will see you guys next time. You've been amazing too, Amber. Very insightful conversation. Bye, everyone. Now I gotta end this one. You guys can still see me. It's so funny because when I go live on both, I'm still live with you guys. When I go live on both, I have to end them both separately. So I'll see you guys next week.